How old are you? Say 18 months. Yeah. What is your name? What's your name? Presley. Presley Jane. What's your favorite color?
Mommy.
Mommy. Oh, you see Mommy on the camera? Yeah. It's Mommy and Presley, huh? What's your favorite color?
Daisy.
Huh?
Daisy.
Landon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Landon, I think, went to go play. Do you want to go play with him too?
Yeah.
Can you say bye?
Bye.
Say bye, I'm gonna go play. Mind of her own, only 18 months. Hey loves, it's Brianna. Today I'm doing Presley's 18-month toddler update. I feel like the last baby update I did for her was her 12-month. I think I did them every month until she turned 12 months. So it's been a while since I did one of these. I will share with you her current stats and sizes and different milestones for 18 months. She's looking for Landon right now and calling for him. All right, but before I dive into all of her stats and milestones for 18 months, I want to quickly thank care.com for sponsoring this 18-month update. I think she's coming back to join me here in a second. But care.com, if you've never used them before, is a site where you can find everything from babysitters, caregivers, errand runners, dog walkers, elderly care, whatever sort of needs you might have for yourself or your family, you can find on care.com. Oh, we're in this kind of a mood tonight. But I just love care.com. I've spoken with you about how I've used them in the past for a multitude of things. And lately, just with VLOGMAS, I have just needed some extra help around the house. So I've been using them just for some of the chores and to-do lists that I need some help tackling, since my time is dedicated to these guys and to making more videos for you guys as part of VLOGMAS for this year. But using care.com is very easy. You can go to their website, put in your zip code, and you can see the list of all of the caregivers located right in your area. You can join care.com for free as a basic member, but if you get the premium membership, which is what I have, you can pay your caregivers online. It makes it super simple to reach out to them and contact them to schedule interviews. So I would definitely recommend that. And I will have this link in my description box below, but to save 30% off your premium membership to care.com, visit www.care.com/BriannaK. All right, so as far as Presley goes for her 18-month toddler update, it is just crazy to even say toddler because I feel like she's my baby as my second born. She is weighing in at 24.5 pounds. She's wearing size 2T, sometimes even 3T for pants right now. She is just extremely long-legged. I don't know her current height. Sorry, I didn't measure, but I will just say she's on the tall side. When she's played with other kids around her age, she's always one of the taller ones in the group. So she was born being at, I believe, like a 90th percentile height and a 50th percentile weight, which just seems to be what her build is. She's very long and skinnier, especially like her legs are very, very skinny. I feel like she's built a lot like my husband and his mother and that side of the family. She is wearing size 5 diapers right now, and it's crazy to me. She is expressing an interest in potty training. Landon was nowhere even thinking about potty training at this point, but oftentimes when we're upstairs in our bathroom, getting them ready for their baths, Landon will go potty right before his bath, and she will get onto the potty and just kind of imitate him going to the potty before the bath too. And sometimes she will ask to go on the potty. It is just crazy to me how different she is, or how advanced she feels compared to my son Landon, who's 25 months older than her. So he wasn't potty trained until this summer, for context. So like shortly after he turned 3 years old, he was completely potty trained. So it's very crazy to me that at 18 months, she seems like we could give this a go, which I'm gonna follow her cues, and I think, you know, I'll follow her lead. If she keeps continuing to express an interest, I'll get more regimented about it. But as far as 18-month sleep regression goes and her sleeping habits, truly these last couple weeks have been really, really hard. By the time you see this, she'll be 19 months, so we're like into the 18-month zone for a couple weeks now, and it has just been bad. I mean, bucking bedtime. She fights going to bed, sometimes will throw a tantrum if we're trying to put her into the crib. And I think a lot of it had to do with us weaning her off of the bottle. Our pediatrician at her 12-month appointment said, or actually, sorry, it was her 15-month appointment, said, you know, if she is still using the bottle, you should really just ensure that she's weaned by 18 months, was her recommendation. So we tried every sippy cup in the world, and thank you so much, because I know a ton of you have sent me recommendations either in the comments or through Instagram DMs. I spent, I don't even know how much on Amazon on different sippy cups. And the one we ended up finding is this Minnie Mouse one that to me is just a glorified bottle. I mean, this thing just looks like a bottle to me, but it's the one that she'll drink out of, because the other ones I was just concerned she wasn't getting enough milk or the ounces that she needed at this point. So thankfully that one seems to be working. It made bedtime a little bit better for a while, but our girl that used to sleep through the night and be such a dream sleeper, because Landon was just a horrible sleeper. He still isn't a great sleeper, but Presley, once we hit 6 months, sleeping through the night, it was like we hit that milestone. She's been sleeping through the night. So she's given us a year of good sleep. But these last couple of weeks, especially because it's just like Vlogmas and my dad, who, if you are new here or don't watch my other videos and are kind of just checking an 18-month toddler update video, my dad has been on hospice since September. So I just, you know, I'm not getting enough sleep. Plus I know I'm just extra stressed out between the holidays and my dad and stress I put on myself with my job doing Vlogmas and my blog and my Etsy store. And I know there's just a lot going on, so it probably wouldn't feel as bad, but I'm just so used to her giving me that sleeping through the night so that my sleep isn't interrupted. And for the last couple of weeks, pretty much every night, I'm up at least once. And yeah, it just has been a lot to adjust to. But I think one of the positive things with 18 months that I was super excited about is just her speech and language development. I know you heard like a little bit, and honestly, she gets very camera shy. She is not like Landon. They're just so different in so many ways. It's so funny how a brother and sister raised in the same household, they just feel so yin and yang to me. Because Landon's 18-month update, our pediatrician actually had me really worried. She said he didn't have 10 words. She wanted him to get tested. And he didn't end up having a problem acquiring words. Like by his next appointment, he quickly caught up to where he needed to be. But he is in speech therapy at the moment. So I feel like there was some kind of indication early on that there was just something with his speech I needed to pay attention to. And being a first-time mom, I think like every mom is kind of like, oh, I don't know where they're supposed to be at certain points. Like you lean on your doctor or you lean on other mamas in this community. And a lot of people in the community were saying as he got older, like, hey, the way he's saying some things, like maybe you just want to see if speech therapy could benefit Landon. And sure enough, it's been going really, really well. But to Presley, 18-month-old, she is saying 3-syllable words. She'll say strawberry. She loves strawberry. So it's so funny. I had an 18-month-old, you know, who didn't have 10 words, like 10 1-syllable words. And she's saying things like strawberry. She will say sentences. She'll point to the tree in the morning and be like, turn light on. Like, and sometimes I'll be like, you have to say please. And she'll say, turn light on, please. So I'm just blown away, I think, by her ability just to express what she wants to me and to understand things. My grandma is one of our caregivers when I'm working a few days out of the week now. And we call her Gigi. So if you've heard me talk about Gigi in the past, I'm talking about Gigi. She'll say to me and my husband all the time, like, Presley should not understand the directions that I'm giving her, because she'll give directions to Landon that are pretty advanced or multiple steps, and Presley's able to pick them up and do them. So I just think Presley's on a different level when it comes to her speech and her language and her ability to comprehend things and follow directions, which I'm sure seeing her brother model a lot of things for her helps her as the second child. But it feels like completely different stages. And in a way, like, since she is my baby, I just feel like I lost my baby so much faster than I did with Landon. Like, I felt like he was still kind of my baby at 18 months, and I feel like she's just doesn't feel like a baby at all to me anymore. She's like a true toddler at this point. I think one of the big things I've been noticing too with Presley is just when it comes to her socialization, I'm really excited that next fall, our church and our school has a 2-year-old preschool where you attend with them, and it gets them prepped and ready for preschool, because she already at a lot of the holiday parties and just birthday parties we've been going to this fall for the first time is really reaching out to interact with other kids beyond just like her brother. She's obviously very used to playing with Landon, and they have an interesting rhythm. Most days they do get along, but there are some days you can't have them. They're opposites of each other that day and want nothing to do with one another. But it's been cool to sort of see her socialization, and I feel like it is something, when I just kind of like looked online, of like 18 to 24 months of them playing alongside other toddlers their age is really important for them to start kind of learning social cues and developing relationships with other kids. So as far as eating, she is still drinking whole milk. I prefer to use organic milk. I have a cousin who just told me some research that her and her husband had done, and just the amount of hormones, especially for little girls, in not organic cow's milk, that they just have done some studies and found things like puberty at a very, very early age. So it's just something with both of my children. I've chosen to do organic when it comes to their dairy products as much as possible because of that, but especially with Presley, it just, you know, it's in my head, her being a woman, a female, that I want her to have organic dairy milk. So she's still drinking whole milk. She has about 24 ounces a day. So she'll have generally a bottle with her breakfast, not a bottle now, but again, that sippy cup is like a glorified bottle. It still looks like a bottle to me. But she'll have that when she wakes up in the morning. She will then have a little bit with her lunch, which is right before her nap. She's down to 1 nap at this point, and she generally will nap from about 12:30 in the afternoon. If it's like a day where she was really worn out or not feeling so good, she'll sleep 3 hours, but generally I get about 1.5 to 2 hours of a nap with Presley. And then she goes to bed at night around 6:30 in the evening, which we are almost there. It's like 10 minutes. And my camera just cut out for some weird reason. But she goes to bed at 6:30 in the evenings. And generally, like now with the sleep regression, she's waking up at least once, sometimes twice throughout the night, and it's at completely random times. But she'll actually wake up in the morning between 6 to 7 in the morning. And I don't, at this point, need to wake her up at a particular time. So I generally have my alarm set, and I try to get up and get myself ready if I can and get in a little bit of a workout before she wakes up. But if she happens to wake up more at 6 o'clock, we get up together, I get her ready, and then kind of we have breakfast together and I get my workout in. So I can kind of roll with her and just try to let her get as much sleep as possible at this point. Other foods though, I feel like this month she's just gotten incredibly picky. She used to eat more than Landon. There was times, I feel like a couple months ago, we'd sit at the dinner table and she would eat more chicken nuggets than her 3-year-old brother was eating, and we would just be kind of blown away at how she seemed like the garbage disposal. And now she's turned into finicky. Sometimes we will sit there at dinner and she will just pick up the food and like lick it. She won't even take bites of food, even though like we encourage her and we model it and we talk about how her brother's, you know, chewing on his food, and he even tries to show her. He's like all about being a role model for her. It's so cute. But yeah, it's been really bizarre, and I've talked to a couple other mamas because there are just some days I'm really concerned, like, is she getting enough calories? Is she getting enough nutrients? And I've just found on those days, liquid seems to be our go-to. So I have a bunch of different like nutrient-rich smoothies because she'll seem to drink that, or get some juices in her just so she's getting things other than milk. But on those days, the struggle is real, and it's incredibly frustrating. And I feel like I just know from reading comments and watching some other videos and reading some other blogs that it seems fairly normal. But if you have any tips on how to combat it, because it just feels really, really tough, because you want to do your best as a parent to ensure that your kid is eating and getting the right nutrients to grow and be healthy, but they refuse to, you know, put any of the food you put in front of them in their mouth. And it just is so irritating, to be totally transparent. I think one of the coolest things, just because of Presley's name, that I love is she's begun singing, and actually will sing a lot of words to songs. I just posted a day in the life on my channel, and at the end of the video, I like walked in when my husband was putting Prezi to sleep, and she was singing the words to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star with him. So it is just really cool, especially since we've been driving around rocking out to Christmas music. She's been singing so many songs, or even if she doesn't say all of the words, she makes then the sound of the music with her voice. It's a really cool thing, and I love it because I feel like music has been such a big part of our family. That's even why we chose her name. Presley, big Elvis fans, but just so many influences throughout our lives as far as music goes, and like my mom is in the music industry, so I just love the fact that she seems to be living up to her name already. It's really, really cool. But all right, it is almost her bedtime. I have to be putting her down. Adam's down in the basement in like our play area there, playing with the two of them. I want to quickly though, because it is Vlogmas, put in the letters of the day. If you are doing the Vlogmas word scramble, here are the letters. Every day in our Vlogmas videos we have letters, and if you want to scramble them, you can enter a giveaway on our channel the last day of Vlogmas. And then let's do the comment of the day and the quote of the day to leave you on some inspiration before you go. All right, so the comment of the day is from Liz Babe. She says, I'm a new subscriber, but I've already watched a ton of your videos, and I just want to say thank you. First, for being so real and letting us see a side of you that we all see in ourselves, and secondly, for reminding us that it's okay to feel the feelings we have. I needed to see this exact video today. I'm home with my two children, almost 5 and 2, all day, and then I work from 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, boss mom. I never get the sleep I need, but with the motivation you provided in your videos, this week has been so much better, and all I needed to change was my outlook. Sorry for rambling, but I'm truly so grateful for your channel. Big hugs to you. Hugs right back. We're in this together in solidarity. I totally know what it's like, because as soon as I put Presley down, and then I'll put Landon down, and then around 7:30, I'll get started on more work. So I feel you. You are a boss mom. And to all the other mamas out there working so hard and having side hustles or having multiple jobs or taking on so many roles as a caregiver for your family, I feel you. And that's why I hope, like, even if you could just carve out some time for yourself by using care.com, like, I could not recommend it more, which is why I wanted to partner with them and just remind everyone, especially going into 2019, you need that time for yourself, and you need to take care of yourself to take care of the babies that we have. So thank you very much. I'm really appreciative of that comment. And then I have two quotes. I'm gonna put them up here. One is a little more comical, and the other one I think actually really hit and touched my heart, and I think I just had to share it with you guys. So the first one, the funny one, being a parent is like folding a fitted sheet. No one really knows how. So I say that in like this update. I'm not trying to give you the answers. I'm not trying to tell you what's right or wrong for 18 months old for your toddler. But I just try to share it because I think sometimes we can read different milestones, and I feel especially with Landon, I just remember being in a place of terror, feeling like I was doing something wrong when, you know, I remembered being told like he doesn't have 10 words, and he caught up and he's fine, and he's so smart in his preschool class. And you know, wherever your kid is at, whether they are gifted or they might have special needs, like all of us, we need each other to figure out how to do this. Like, I can't figure it out on my own. I don't know how to do it. No one is an expert, but together when we share our stories, I think that's what helps the most, is getting those anecdotes to figure it out and feel like we're not alone in raising our little ones. The second quote that I had to share, sorry I'm picking two, is your influence as a mother is powerful. Don't waste it. Little eyes are watching you. And I guess I was just thinking about that a lot, because I know a lot of the work that I do, I'm truly trying to just share things with you to be helpful, motivate you, inspire you. I hope that's how you feel after watching my videos. I would never want anybody walking away feeling bad about themselves. And I just firmly believe, having been a teacher and working as a recruiter for truly a social justice movement, I think there's a lot we can do in schools, right, to impact kids and their futures and do a lot of positive things. But when I really became a mother, it hit home for me that there's so much more before our kids ever even go to school that we as moms or parents, and like my husband included in that we as a couple as partners can do for our kids, but I think especially as mamas, because we carry our babies, right? And I know there's probably adopted mamas out there too, so I'm not trying to not be inclusive, and I have a little one walking by me right now, but I just do think they're watching us all the time, huh? You're always watching. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Want to tell them how you're doing?
Good.
What are you excited for? What is that? What do you got here?
It's wand.
Your wand?
I'm trying to poke it, see?
Yeah, just don't poke the camera, okay?
Not.
Thank you. I was just telling everybody goodbye and how amazing I think you are.
Bye.
Say love you, bye.
Bye. I will press that button.
Okay, you can press the button in 1 second. Let me say one more thing. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up. If you're new, I hope you subscribe and join the channel. I have a lot of fun stuff planned in 2019 and can't wait to keep sharing my family and just hopefully fun, motivating, inspiring videos with all of you. But Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, have a Happy New Year if this is the last video you watch in 2018, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, loves.
And now I'm going to hit this.
Okay, and turn it off.